Hi there everyone, for today's video let's all watch as we list down 4 of all so many embarrassing moments of Meghan and Prince Harry. First in our list is Meghan grabbing the mic at Kevin Costner's event. Harry and Meghan attended 1805 Live on September 25th, a fundraiser event held at Kevin Costner's $26 million mansion in Santa Barbara. Even though it was around 70 degrees outside at the New York Post, Meghan was dressed in an outfit that confusedly combined a poncho and a short-sleeved coat, while Harry looked like he was heading to an audition for a Johnny Cash tribute act. Harry and Meghan are by far the least wealthy of all the famous people that went. Even after years of big deals, Harry and Meghan's fortune at the event pales in comparison to everyone else's, as reported by the New York Post, who notes that Harry and Meghan are still worth a small fraction of what their Hollywood friends are. But let's get into the real stuff. First, there's an awkward moment when Meghan believes the woman is going to give her a microphone. As Harry looks on from behind, she's practically cheering and grinning so much that when she goes over to take the microphone from the woman, she ends up placing her palm on it. Meghan puts her hands on the woman's shoulders and tries to brush off the somewhat awkward and embarrassing exchange, but the woman completely ignores her and walks past her. She moves across the stage after pushing her away with her arm. Just why do you think she's giving you the microphone? It's obvious that she is a terrible case of self-love. She can be seen squirming all the time in another video, either to shake hands with someone or to do anything that would make a good shot. As soon as the first responder, Pat Harry, appears on the back to sort of create place for him, Meghan's eyes bright and twitch to meet his. He's actually chatting to Harry, but it looks like he's reaching out to shake her hand. Subsequently, Meghan turns to face Harry, claiming to be having a meaningful discussion while holding the microphone. Harry then shakes his hand. They start conversing after she abruptly touches her shoulder. They get the woman to look at her as though they were having a discussion. Subsequently, Meghan notices that the woman in pink has stopped chatting to her. She appears to be trying to break into Harry's conversation with the first responder as Meghan stands there uncomfortable and glances around. Number 2. Prince Harry, who is just always hiding behind Meghan. Do you believe that the first one was strange? Sweetheart? Don't worry. It gets worse. You can see Harry acting really uncomfortable in this video. He approaches one of the hosts and begins to rub his hands in an odd, cunning manner. So host gestures for Harry to grab the microphone. Harry responds by gesturing for him to give it to Meghan, who is only waiting for someone to give her a curtsy. It's amazing how much secondhand humiliation those who watch the video experience. Even when Harry begs the man to let Meghan to speak, he laughs it off and they look uncomfortable to everyone else. It's awful, because Harry lacks confidence in himself and is clearly hiding behind Meghan to make all of their plans fail miserably. When a host makes a gesture, you, a grown man who has spent your entire life being conditioned by the media, can't even put on your big boy pants and say something meaningful. Number 3 in the list is probably one of the most famous Meghan thing, the Meghan mask slip. One thing Meghan is going to do at these events is have her mask slip as she shows her true feelings. At such events, Meghan will, among other things, let her mask fall and reveal her actual emotions. As one Twitter user noted, Harry's act of presenting Kevin Costner with the trophy is already awkward. What could be more awkward, understanding that your king-related husband is now limited to either awarding a celebrity or being ignored by the celebrity, or worse, ignoring Meghan herself by the celebrity? As Harry gets closer to Kevin, you can see Meghan grinning broadly. Suddenly, though, the broad smile vanishes and the mask comes off, slips, and shows her real emotions. Even more amusing is Meghan's behavior of taking the trophy off the table and giving it to Harry so he could give it to Kevin. Whoa, she was determined to find a job at that event and truly wanted one. And why does she always have her hand on Harry? Do you really think it's necessary to shoo him around and give him directions? However, none of the interactions were as strange as the one in which Meghan attempts to give Harry a kind glance but instead gives him the ugliest stare when he is seen chatting to a group of people. It seems as though her loving wife program malfunctioned and she stumbled. She then interrupts him mid-sentence while maintaining a fixed gaze on the person he is speaking with. Then, as usual, his wife takes over, and you can see that Harry returns to standing there looking a little irritated and unsatisfied. Twitter users also brought up the fact that not only were they the poorest people present at the event, but they were also constantly followed by a bodyguard. Okay, before we continue, we'd like to ask for a few moments of your time. If you want to support us, please leave a like and click on the subscribe button. This would help us create more engaging content for you. Now moving back to where we left off. Number 3, Meghan at the Invictus Games. As many have noted, Meghan walked there and made the entire occasion her own. She made a wheelchair-bound boy feel like she was the center of attention, pushed people out of her way, and led a military parade in an embarrassing fashion. Nobody found the entire situation to be satisfactory. It was just strange. The National Enquirer published an entire magazine layout with the headline, "It's all about Meghan," stating that Prince Harry's clothes horse flaunts 320,000 outfits at charity event. This further indicates that even after the Invictus Games, nobody is comfortable with the situation. It amazes me that they refer to her as a clothes horse. That denotes someone who places a high value on dressing stylishly. She really wants to be recognized as a style icon and make a splash in the upscale world. But flaunting improper attire at charity functions isn't going to help her achieve her goals. There are appropriate times and locations. Consider obtaining an invitation to the Oscars or the VMAs. Subsequently, an online video featuring Meghan and Harry during the Invictus Games surfaced. There you can witness Meghan's strange and awkward conduct as she looks about to see if anyone will react to her and need to respond. Her entire demeanor is incredibly erratic and ADHD-like. She can't even pretend to pay attention to what's going on in front of her. Instead, she's constantly scanning the area seeking attention or a good photo opportunity. Then, she can be seen flashing open her blouse while scanning her surroundings in a video posted by Anetsium. After that, she bounces around and looks around once more to see whether anyone is staring at her. And it's obvious that nobody else is saying, "Look at her behavior, look at everyone else in the crowd." She will start clapping even when the game is in progress and everyone else is doing so, but she will still be glancing about to find someone to talk to, such as, "What's happening?" How do you guys interpret this? Number 4. The Archetype Spotify flop update, where Spotify CEO spills the real tea. As a result of a Spotify executive labeling Meghan and Harry as grifters, as everyone knows, Archetypes were canceled and dropped. However, there has been an update. In an interview with the BBC, Spotify CEO shared some details about the $20 million the company offered Meghan and Harry for 12 episodes of Archetypes, which featured Meghan's breathy word salad. The interviewer noted he was very courteous and professional, but in essence he stated that the corporation did not see Meghan's podcast as financially feasible or having a bright future. When questioned if the $20 million was worth it, he essentially replied that they had hoped to provide her a platform that would allow her to provide something novel, making both of them happy, but that had just not worked out. And as you may remember, there were rumors that Meghan and Harry were just hard to deal with. Like Harry, who allegedly failed to offer a podcast idea and left the executives perplexed when he pitched interviewing Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump, and Vladimir Putin about their childhood traumas, or Meghan, who allegedly frequently asked for modifications late in the editing process. They were called hard grifters and indolent. Harry and Meghan attempted to give the impression that Spotify was an independent company, as though they were looking into working with various audio providers. What do you think about this? Do you think Meghan just wants all the attention? Let us know in the comment section down below what you think. If you want more content related to this topic, make sure to check out our channel. Take care. We'll see you in the next video.